Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this past Sunday's episode of Good Behavior on TNT, which is episode 6 of season 2 called It's No Fun If It's Easy. So, Good Behavior, it's just a really, really great quality show, and from this point forward, I'm going to try and review every single episode because from its acting, from the entire cast to its the pacing of the story, which I'm continually impressed by, to just how compelling the core characters actually are. I'm continually just more and more engaged with it, and I love season 1, but I just think it's getting better and better, if at the very least just staying as great as it already is. So this episode I think was definitely one of the best of the season. I do have to go to work very soon here, so I'm not going to be able to make this as long as I usually do. But this episode we see Letty's grandmother, played by Holland Taylor. And I just want to say I think that's a perfect casting because I haven't seen her in a whole lot, but I did see her playing Charlie Sheen's mother in 2.5 Men. And so I think her transition from that kind of role to this one is pretty flawless, pretty seamless. She fit the role perfectly as being the sort of mentor to Letty's, thieving and sort of con artist schemes and everything like that. I thought that was a perfect fit. And Holland Taylor and Michelle Dockery had great chemistry together. I really bought into their relationship. And it's not just like a fun episode like that either. It had a much deeper, more serious meaning to it psychologically. I love the scene towards the end where her grandmother tells her that she's not going to be able to live this normal life, this ideal that she has of settling down as a normal family with Jacob, because she knows she has this drive in her as a person to want to live this lifestyle, and she can't try to keep Jacob wrapped up in that, with whatever her and Javier are doing. Which hurts Letty a lot. It definitely strikes a chord with her, but in a way she knows it's true, and the only one capable of taking care of Jacob safely right now is, Estelle, her actual mother. Which is kind of surprising to say, but in ways it is kind of true, unfortunately. But I still want to believe the best of Letty. I think she has grown a lot. I don't think her grandmother is as aware of it. She doesn't know Letty 100%. She even says at the end they're not quite the same. But there's definitely a part of Letty that's never going to be able to give up this lifestyle as well. So Letty actually makes this choice at the end to take Jacob back to Estelle's, which I think is the safe route for now. And she may try to push Javier away as well, just because of what happened at the end with that Tio here. But we get a great moment between Jacob and Javier, because Jacob's still trying to see his dad and everything, but I think Javier is really becoming like a real mentor and real, almost father figure to Jacob that I think really showed here. When Tio holds Jacob at gunpoint in the car, which is pretty surprising, Javier is able to counter him and wound Tio, which is good. And he says the police are on their way, but he locks Tio up for himself, which I think is justified. So I like that. I can't wait to see their conversations next week. But great acting from Juan Vado as well, who plays Javier. And I just think there's just a great bond that exists between Javier, Jacob, and Letty that's never going to be broken for good no matter what. And I also liked Javier's scenes with his nieces earlier as well. You can tell how much genuine care they have for each other too. I thought this was a great episode, one of the best of the season. I mean, I liked the drag queen episode last week, don't get me wrong, but this one was even better. It had humor and great banter to it, but just a great inner sort of personal conflict with Letty there and everything. I thought was handled really, really well. As well as her conversation with RJ and how aware he actually was of her grandmother's scheme for the past 2 years. I thought that was good, and she ended up getting the money from him, 100% willingly, so that was good, without having to try and trick him. If I had to rate this episode, I honestly rate it as high as like a 9.2 or maybe even like a 9.4 out of 10. I thought it was great. So, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Christian and Lashiver getting married and drunk calling Letty, that was fun too. So, peace.